Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is the Daily Tarot for Tuesday, the 12th of October 2021. I have shuffled, so I will cut. This is a major arcana reading. Justice. The Hierophant. And the Hanged Man. Well, we're suspending judgment on something. I mean, I know this is justice and not the judgment card, but nonetheless, we have the matter of right and wrong, fair and unfair here in the justice card, in the upright. So this is something that is uppermost in our minds. It's something that is pertinent today, the matter of what is fair and unfair, just and unjust, and who gets to decide what is fair and unfair and just and unjust. And lo and behold, here he is, the Hierophant, the High Priest. He's the one who gets to decide. Doesn't necessarily mean he's right, but he's the one who lays down the law. The Hierophant is the matter of the systemization of the moral. Because, you know, we all have our moral code, or most of us have some sort of moral code. And yeah, I guess we all have a moral code, but our moral code doesn't necessarily translate into the collective moral code. And that's what makes human relationships so interesting, because one person's perfectly right, perfectly entitled to do this, that, or the other, is somebody else's appalling behaviour. And we have a kind of collective system that is run by things like laws and commandments and rules. I mean, in Christianity we have the Ten Commandments. In Buddhism there are various rules, things you're not allowed to do or that you kind of shouldn't do, and these are kind of codified and made public and applied by whoever gets to sit on the papal throne. There was something that I said back then that I can't remember, but that really really summed up a different aspect of what's going on with this. Yeah, it's about entitled. Who's entitled to what entitlement? The matter of entitlement. That it is right that this, that, or the other person has or does or is allowed to have or get or do this, that, or the other. We have the personal matter of it and we have the public matter of it. And here we have the Hanged Man who's looking at it from both sides. That's what the Hanged Man does. He doesn't just look at it from the normal way. He suspends himself, flipping right on his head, and looks at it upside down. It's a kind of thought experiment that we do by the time we have reached card number 12. It's the thought experiment of, well, what if I looked at this from a completely different angle? And I think what's going on here is the relationship between how we see what is right and just and moral and that to which we have the right, up against or in comparison with the collective idea of that, and some other way of looking at things that really does illuminate something, I would say, very, very meaningful for us on this day. Wow, okay, let's pull another one. Devil in the reverse. So there's an invitation here to really question ourselves and perhaps others on the matter of those things that we simply take as read in life, those things that, well, of course it's right that blah, 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 blah. And of course so-and-so didn't deserve blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, who says so? These presumptions and assumptions and, well, of courses are of the devil. They are an aspect of the energy involved in the devil card. They are hooks, they are binds. And as such, they keep things structured, even if it's painful and constricting. They keep things in one place, chained down, held down. It's in the reverse today. So that's what we are really examining in this Hanged Man card here, is our own assumptions about what is right and wrong, and the matter of entitlement. I'm really seeing that today. The Hierophant has a title. He is the something, and he's the last of the run from the beginning of the cycle. We have the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, and then the Hierophant. And then we get on to some more interesting kind of existential matters. But he is entitled with this crown, with this staff, and with this moral authority to tell those gathered in worship at his feet what they should and should not do. This is all up for grabs today. Maybe our gut is telling us something completely different that turns this on its head. How interesting. Okay, Temperance. This is not acting on any of this, okay? The Temperance card is the not acting on it. And I think it's pretty major, whatever this is, to have justice followed straight away by the Hierophant. We've got the individual and the collective matter of moral right and wrong being examined from a completely different angle. Our presumptions and assumptions about what is okay, what is allowed, what is necessary, up for grabs. Really being called into question here. So it's probably a good idea to just stand very still and weigh things up. Sometimes that kind of just standing still and weighing things up means you miss an opportunity. Sometimes it does. Sometimes to prevaricate and procrastinate and look at it this way, look at it that way, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, is not helpful. But with something as potent as all this, I think it probably is. And the fact that it's in the upright is an invitation to just take your time. Take your time, because we're grappling with some pretty meaty issues here. Fool in the reverse. Yeah. We had this combination the other day, didn't we? Temperance and the Fool in reverse. This is not something to go like kicking off about. Not today. This is something to watch, possibly from the sidelines, and that's what Hanged Man does as well, looking at things from a position of non-involvement. Just look, just see what's going on, and as I say, question your own presumptions about the right and wrong of this, that, or the other, and just like keep it stumm, keep it quiet. There's no action being recommended, shall we say, in this reading. It is simply a very powerful examination and re-examination of that to which we have become accustomed to referring to as right and wrong. Who says so? Who says so? Him? Or him? Just asking. Right, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon for another reading. Bye-bye.